Hello everyone. Let us now discuss how can we solve this problem. Compare version numbers. So what is given in the problem? Let us look at that. So strings, we are given with two strings, version 1 and version 2. Compare them. We need to just compare them. A version string consists of revisions separated by dots. The value of the revision is its integer conversion, ignoring leading zeros. Now there will be a version number, and a dot version number. That's it. Now like this we might have something like a 500 characters, and every character can only contain digits and a dot. Now version 1 and version 2 are valid version numbers. All the given revisions in version 1 and version 2 can be stored in 32-bit integer. Okay, now it can be stored in an integer, so we can just convert it into string, this string into integer. To compare version strings, compare their version values in left to right order. So we need to compare this in version 1, and in version 2 we need to compare like this one and all, and this one. If one of version strings has fewer version, treat the missing revision values as 0. Let us see that we have another version here. Now we have three version numbers, 1 2 3, right? This is a version number. Here we have numbers 1 2 3 4. Now here we have only 1 2 and 3, so we need to include a 0 for if we got lesser. But they said if one of the version strings has fewer revisions, treat the missing revision values as 0. So if any version 1 or version 2 having lesser fewer revisions, then we need to treat all the other values as 0. Now return the following. We need to return the following. If version 1 is lesser than version 2, return -1. Version 1 is greater than version 2, return 1. Otherwise return 0. Let us just solve this uh, right, without wasting our time. So here we are with 1.2, 1.10. So 1.2, 1.10, 1 and 1. No need to return here itself. Now we need to check this first. If version 1 is lesser than version 2 or version 1 is greater than version 2. So we need to check this. Now 1 and 1 are equal. 2 and 10. 2 is lesser than 10. Right? So here we'll be returning -1. That's what they return here. Now 1.01, 1.001, 1.01, 1.001, 1 and 1. 1 is equal to 1. So no need to return here itself. 0 1 and 0 0 1. 0 1, if we neglect leading zeros, 1. If we neglect leading zeros, it is 1. So all the revision numbers are equal, so we'll be returning 0. Let's come here. 1.0 and 1.000, 1.0 and 1.00, and then 0, right? Here we have this length is greater than this length. Version 1 length is lesser than version 2, so we'll be considering zeros. Now these two are equal, so we'll be returning 0. Now how can we solve this actually? We need, how I solved it is by using the algorithm. Take all the numbers or strings into vectors, right? So we'll be storing it as v1 and v2. All the version 1 numbers will be stored in v1 vector, and version 2 numbers will be stored in v2 vector. Now after that we need to resize v1 and v2 if uh, any vector size is small. We need to resize with 0. We need to just include 0 as a string. Now after that we have equal sizes. Now compare v1 and v2 by changing every string to integer. Now here we need to include some points. First thing, If I am saying that A is the V1 number and B is V2 number. If, as they said, V1 number, version 1 number is lesser than V2. If A is lesser than B, we will return -1. Now, if A is greater than B, we will return 1. If this is not possible, after comparing all the strings, we will return 0 at the end. So, this is how we solve this problem, and I have given the code link in the description. Excuse me, go and check it. And here is the code. We are taking v1 and v2 and string 1 and string 2. Now taking version 1, going through version 1, and we are just building a string from these characters if it is not a dot. Now if it is not a dot, we are pushing that back into s1. If not, we are pushing that string into v1 and clearing that. That means erasing everything in s1. And the last one, we didn't get a dot after the last number, so v1 dot push back s1. So doing the same with v2, the version 2, right? N1 is this. So if any of the string vector is having less size, we need to just resize, and we need to go with the size of v1. And a is string to integer of v1 of I, b is string to integer of v2 of I. If a is less than b, return -1. A is greater than b, return 1, return 0 at the end. So this is how you solve this problem. I think you have understood the problem, and if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.